Hello, welcome back to another episode in Elmwick Park Zoo. Last week we built the tropical house that you can see here, and this week I have got a build in mind. As you can tell from the slight planning here, it probably looks chaotic, crazy, but it makes sense in my head. And we're going to have a habitat over here, and then the habitat that we're focusing on today is going to be this one here. So let's jump into the build. So we're jumping straight into this build today. It is another long one because it's quite a big build. Well, not massive, but it's big enough. So we're just going to jump straight into it. As you can see, I've got two buildings. One of them has got a divide down the middle, and then there's another little building off to the side here. What I'm building today is going to be like a mixed grasslands type habitat. So we're going to fill it with zebra and some ostrich and things like that. So I'm just creating the kind of inside stables. Once again, I'm not going to do a massive amount of detail on this because I don't want to do too much when the outside is going to be the focus, but I'm just creating kind of like a paddock area that you would usually have before they're released into the mixed area. So I'm just building some gates at the moment for that. I also just want to take a moment to address the fact that I've hit 100 subscribers on this channel, which is mind-blowing to me that there's 100 people out there that enjoy watching these types of videos from me, and I'm incredibly grateful, and I appreciate all of the love and the support. Every single message that I get and comment on my video, I read through, and it just fills me up with so much love, and I can't put it into words. I'm gonna stumble and blah blah blah, but yeah, I can't tell you how like overwhelming it kind of feels reading through positive messages from people. So thank you all so much. I really do appreciate it. I love you all, and you're all amazing. And thank you, just thank you so much. I love creating, obviously, in Planet Zoo. I've been doing it a lot longer than I have been recording it, but knowing that people actually tune in each week and enjoy these episodes just gives me the motivation to continue and to try harder, build better things, come up with better ideas. So yeah, I really appreciate it. Here I am making a kind of mud rock wall type thing. Some of the animals in this enclosure are shy, and I didn't want there to be the whole enclosure just in fence. This also helps because I create kind of a platform viewing area, so you can see, you'll see it later, but it basically shows that you can view the habitat next door and this habitat by going up there. Which I think works out quite nicely. I didn't think about how the underneath would look. I thought I could just turn these around, and it turns out they look absolutely awful turned upside down, so we don't do that, but it's okay. But yeah, I think I go to grab some of the animals to pop in here shortly, because I always worry that they're going to be able to get out. And I've just created a fence and taken gosh knows how long creating and placing a fence that they are then able to get out of. But luckily that doesn't happen and they can't escape, so that's all good. I'm also away next week, so I am desperately trying to get a video recorded in between preparations for all of that. I've got a really, really busy July. I think I've got one weekend free in July, so I am desperately trying to get some content recorded so that I'm not leaving it a long period of time between videos. Mainly also so I don't lose the motivation to continue building. I find if I leave it a long time before I've come back to this zoo, I'm then kind of a bit lost. Though I do feel like I've got plenty of ideas for this zoo. I'm not too worried about it. So I will desperately try to get some videos out and scheduled for our regular Fridays. If I don't, I will post about it so you guys know, so you're not just completely left in the dark. But speaking of ideas for the zoo, I would love to know what you guys would like to see me build for in the zoo. Obviously we're sticking with a African theme, so any animals on that continent is going to be the animals that are going to be in this zoo, and then we'll move on to different continents for different zoos, just because my console, bless its little heart, can't overly hack a mega zoo, I guess. Though we could do like a zoo where you feel like almost like a zoo that like you have essentials in. You feel like if you're building a zoo, this is like what has to be in it. We could do something like that for definite as well. But yeah, I would quite like to build for penguins. I think that would be really fun, and I think we desperately need a big cat in the zoo. But if you guys have any ideas or would like me to build for specific animals, please let me know. I would love to know what you guys would like to see in the zoo. I would also love to know your views on your favorite packs. I don't know what my favorite pack is. I feel like the aquatic pack was such a huge one for getting otters and things like that. I also really like the caiman. For me, being from the UK, I would have to probably actually say I think barnyard pack's my favorite. I feel like the models on them are absolutely perfect, and yeah, it just, for me, it really made me fall in love with the game. I do have a kind of farm sandbox zoo that I've been building for on and off for about a year, that I would actually like to bring to the channel at some point, and maybe do it as like maybe a bit more of a story based zoo, just because obviously it's not a franchise mode zoo. But that was definitely, I loved all of the animals in it. Such a good pack, actually such a good pack. So I think they all have their qualities, because I know everybody likes the conservation pack for all of the bits and pieces, the building pieces that we got from it. I'd have to say I think Twilight pack is also one of my favorites as well. I really liked getting the fruit bats, the raccoons and the red foxes and things. But yeah, I'd be really curious as to what your guys' favorites are, and if you have any ideas or wish list animals that you would like to see in Planet Zoo 2. Planet Zoo 2. I am hoping, or from what it looks like, it's definitely going to be an African-based just based off of the the conservation areas that we're getting, the reserves. So obviously we know that there's one based in Africa, and we also know that there's one based in Scotland. So I think it's very interesting to see the kind of animals that we are going to get. I know that there has been a PC Gamer magazine released, and it is confirmed that we do have hippos. Based off of the pre-orders with the donation bins, it was pretty pretty guaranteed that we were going to get those anyway, but it's always nice to have confirmation and images of them as well. So that's really cool. I really like the fact that they've added deer straight away. I think that's a really nice one to have. So hopefully we'll just kind of have a good blend. I can't remember how many animals we got in the original Planet Zoo. 70, 80? So it was definitely would be great to have that kind of amount for release when Planet Zoo comes out. Planet Zoo 2! Planet Zoo 2! I can't get used to saying it. I will get used to saying it, but it does feel weird. Anyway, back to the build. Here I am just creating a kind of grass patch that I can pop around the enclosure here. I can just pop it into the ground kind of all over, and it doesn't look too similar. It just helps speed up the process of popping grass all over the place. I know that these animals will probably strip this area clean and there wouldn't be much grass, but you know, it's Planet Zoo. We can do what we want. It's fine. I then pop in some elephant grass just to break up these sight lines a little bit more from people. But yeah, other than that, we're pretty much done. I don't do too much now, apart from pop in the few odd trees. And yeah, here I'm working on a kind of big area to get food and drink. This is going to be kind of a main point in the zoo. It's going to be very busy, very high traffic area, so I do feel like we just needed a bunch of stuff here. And it's very busy. It's already really popular with just these guys around here, let alone when we pop in our next animals next door and things like that. So I'm very excited. I did decide to add a staff room on the back here because it's quite a trek to the nearest one. And I think I do just need to accommodate for the staff a little bit more. I do need to start popping in some more staff rooms and things like that, but other than that, yeah, we are done. I will see you guys in real time. And we are back with our first animal in the mixed habitat here, which is the common ostrich. They are the largest living birds on Earth, and they are native to many parts of South Africa, and they typically live about 50 years. Males are black and white, and females are more of a grey-brown, providing camouflage whilst nesting. Ostriches are flightless birds, but they are exceptional runners. They can run at speeds of up to 43 miles per hour. Their stride can exceed 3 to 5 meters in a single step, and they also only have 2 toes on each foot, unlike most birds, which help them run efficiently. Ostriches are omnivores. They eat seeds, grasses, leaves, flowers, fruits, and they also eat insects and small animals such as lizards. Because they lack teeth, they swallow small stones that help grind the food inside their digestive system. Ostriches often live in small groups and may associate with grazing animals such as zebras and antelopes. Their excellent eyesight helps them spot predators from long distances, and they would usually run away rather than fight. But that does not mean they are completely defenseless. They have extremely powerful legs that can seriously injure predators, and they use their sharp claws to defend against threats such as lions and hyenas. Although they don't use their wings for flight, they help with balance, courtship displays, and steering whilst running. They also have the largest eyes of any land animal, and their brains are smaller than their eyes. But overall, I think they are really sweet, and I'm very happy to have them in our zoo. We have 2 females in this habitat as well. No, no, our first death in the zoo. Oh my gosh, it's so sad. It was going to happen. We've been speaking about the fact that they have gotten old for quite a while. Let's get to learn about our second animal in this mixed habitat, which is the plain zebra. It is the most widespread and common zebra species in Africa. Known for its distinctive black and white stripes, it is a highly social animal that lives in grasslands and savannas. They live about 20 to 25 years in the wild. And every plain zebra has a unique stripe pattern, much like a human fingerprint. No 2 individuals have exactly the same arrangement of stripes. Scientists believe the stripes may serve several purposes, which is to help confuse predators when zebras move together in herds, reduce bites from horseflies and other blood-feeding insects, aid in social recognition among zebras, and potentially assist with temperature regulation. Research suggests protection from biting flies is one of the strongest explanations. Their diets consist of grasses, leaves, shoots, and occasionally bark, which means they are herbivores. Their digestive system allows them to process coarse, low-quality grasses that many grazing animals avoid. They live in groups consisting of 1 adult male and several adult females with their foals. Multiple family groups often gather into larger herds that can number in the hundreds. They usually only birth 1 foal at a time, and newborn foals can often stand within an hour of birth and run shortly afterwards. Mothers keep other zebras away from their foal initially so it can learn and recognize its mother's stripe pattern. Some zebra populations participate in spectacular seasonal migrations. One of the most famous is the migration through the Serengeti ecosystem between Tanzania and Kenya, where hundreds and thousands of zebras move in search of fresh grazing and water. Major predators include lions, hyenas, African wild dogs, leopards, and Nile crocodiles during river crossings. Plain zebras can sleep standing up, though they lie down for deeper sleep. They communicate using vocalizations, ear positions, facial expressions, and tail movements. They play a very important role in African ecosystems by helping maintain grasslands and serving as a key prey species for large predators. Moving on to the scimitar-horned oryx, it's a striking desert antelope that was once widespread across North Africa. It is famous for its long curved horns and considered one of the great conservation success stories of recent decades. They are easily recognized by their long, slender horns that curve backwards, a mostly white coat that reflects the sunlight, and chestnut brown markings on the neck and chest. Both males and females have horns which can exceed 1 meter in length. Their diet consists of grasses, herbs, leaves, shrubs, and succulent plants, and they are herbivores as well. The scimitar-horned oryx has one of the most remarkable conservation histories of any large animal. It became extinct in the wild by the late 20th century due to overhunting and competition with livestock. Captive breeding programs in zoos and wildlife reserves preserved the species, and reintroduction efforts have successfully returned animals to protected wild habitats. As a result of these efforts, the species was reclassified from extinct in the wild to endangered by the IUCN. This change represents a rare example of species moving back from extinction in the wild. And last but certainly not least, we are going to talk about the springbok. They are famous for their spectacular leaping display called pronking, and it is the national animal of South Africa. Springboks are medium-sized antelopes with distinctive colour patterns, and they have ringed black horns in both the males and females. Males are generally larger and heavier than the females. The springbok is famous for pronking. During this display, the animal leaps high into the air, all 4 feet leave the ground simultaneously. Its back arches and a flap of white hair along its back stands upright. Pronks can reach heights of around 2 to 3.5 meters, and scientists believe that pronking may signal fitness to predators, to warn other springboks of danger, and help confuse predators during chases. Springboks are among Africa's fastest antelopes, top speeds reaching around 55 miles per hour, and they're capable of rapid turns and sudden acceleration, and they are excellent endurance runners. They are also herbivores, and they eat grasses, leaves, flowers, succulent plants, and shrubs. Pregnancy lasts about 5 to 6 months, and usually one lamb is born, and like many animals of this nature, they can stand and move very soon after birth. Females will often synchronize their births during favorable seasons. The population is considered stable, and the species remain widespread across much of its natural range. Many springboks also live in protected areas and private reserves. And that is it for the 4 animals in our mixed habitat. During the building process, it rained for a whole year, so I sped through a whole year to wait until I could continue building that habitat. And in that time, our crocodiles gave birth. We have 2 females, and they look just like their mama as well, which is really cute. So we now have croc babies, which I'm really excited about. There's mama. Where is Papa? Am I going? Oh wait. He's so hidden. That's actually great camouflage. Oh my goodness. No! No! Oh! Oh my gosh, that was really dramatic. That was actually horrific. No! Okay, I wasn't expecting to lose a fossa today, but that's happened, so I guess it's time for you to go on the board. 16 years. Maybe he had really bad longevity. I actually don't know how long these guys are supposed to last. I will look that up. Okay. Let's pop you next to our Shafaka here. I was going to do them in some kind of order, but I actually feel like I am just going to do it like this. So anyway, this is where we're at now. Lots and lots of people like viewing these guys. The zoo has become really, really busy, but yeah, I'm quite happy with this mixed habitat. It's definitely big enough for the animals that want to breed. And then over here, obviously, we're going to have another habitat. Maybe next week, maybe we'll do something else. I haven't decided yet. I don't want to do like 2 weeks to the same, if that makes sense. So maybe we'll go and do a big cat. Are you okay? Oh, yep, you're fine. Ah! Oh my gosh. No. Oh. Guys, this is gonna keep happening. I don't know. Oh. Well, that was a bit more peaceful than how the fossa went. Oh, bless her. Okay. Not a problem. Let's grab hers. So it was this one. And let's pop her over on our board. I was not expecting 3 in one episode. It's a little bit much. But There we go, I guess. I'll pop her over here. There we go. Right, what's happening? What's happening? Oh, these guys are going to get stressed every time they go for a drink. Maybe I will add a water, like, trough thing in one of the buildings so they don't have to deal with that, because yeah, the antelopes in this enclosure are shy, and that's quite a lot of people staring at them whilst they have a drink. Oh, it's actually huge. I think it's too big though. Do we think it's too big? No. How much is it costing me? Oh, it's not too bad. None of them are too bad, to be honest. I think we're pretty safe for when it comes to financial situations. Right, yeah, so we ideally, no offense to this male Shafaka, but we kind of need him to go next, and then we can actually start looking for a new male and females to go in there. I can't believe our fosters are still the highest. And we might need to look at the Shafaka's enrichment actually as well. Let me pop in a little camera for marketing. To be honest, I'm not going to pay for a marketing campaign just yet. I feel like there's actually quite a lot of people in the zoo already, and we don't need to do that just yet. I don't know if I'm ready to handle kind of max amount of guests. What else did I want to do? Let's actually pop in some of these. Where are they? Where are they? Yeah, be quiet signs. It might help. I don't want to see them, obviously. I don't like the look of them. If we click on the security tab up here, we can just pop them around this path, and it might help. I think it's just that busy area by their water, but we will just cover the path in them anyway, because I have a feeling this is going to get a lot busier when we do the other side, which is fine. It might help, but yeah, there's a big build-up of people just looking at them here. Bless. I'm going to decorate up behind here, off camera, and then we will start working our way over here. I want to pop a enclosure here, this big area, something maybe down here, and then we can start expanding out kind of all over. But yeah, this is the overlook of the zoo so far. We have a look at our complexity meter. We're not quite halfway yet, so we definitely still have time to pop some more in. And yeah, that is it for the episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry about all the deaths. That was not supposed to happen, but it's, I guess, part of running the zoo. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye, guys.